guys, and welcome back to the Last Step podcast. I'm your host, Declan Jordan, as always, being joined by my man, Jordan Duffy. How you doing?
What's up?
I
always think like any time we do an introduction, I should just totally be very blunt and not really say much instead of just go, alright, how's it going? But no, how's it going, guys? I hope everybody's doing well. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I think is this one of the first things we've done back-to-back weeks in a while.
Maybe, but we do need to get into routine. We're talking about that, so the routine will be coming. The routine itself will be coming.
Yeah, we'll get stuff sorted. But this week, because we ran out of time last week in terms of myself, we are going to talk about some wrestling that happened the week before, and we're also going to talk about the sort of very, very quiet Game Awards that's happening on Thursday night, which is going to be awesome. We're going to pick a few of the categories to talk about, but first off, how's your week been, dude?
It's not been too bad. I cannot really complain. Last week, or should I say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I had the time off. I went to the doctors, I got my throat checked, everything's okay, it's healing up. It's just a case of trying to get rid of a little bit of niggle. So I'm good, man. I'm good. I've had some days off. I'm feeling sort of refreshed. I have to go back to work come tomorrow, but we'll be okay. What about yourself? Tim?
I'm doing good. They finally released the update for Horizon that finally let me get 100% on the Frozen Wilds DLC, so that's been taken care of. I basically became a champion of Fortnite, so I don't ever need to play that game again.
You're so big-headed, it's unreal. It's like one of these days someone's going to just go, you need a break. You need a break, my friend.
I've had my break. This is me getting back at gaming, and it's sort of taking everything over. Sort
of need a break. You'll be on it like tomorrow / in like a few hours.
Well, maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow.
You're taking a break today? I can't see that. I can't see that. I'll come in from band practice and you'll be back on. I know it.
Well,
I know it.
Not tonight, because I get to see a band I really enjoy, but you don't. A little band called Creeper, which I'm really excited about.
No.
Saw them at Download this year, and they were awesome, but you don't like them, so you're going to keep on going, no, I don't like them, it's a Creeper, oh my god.
No. I'm not a big fan of Creeper at all. I mean, I can respect them being a band and stuff, but I'm not a big fan of them. But again, that's my personal opinion. That's the personal opinion of myself. Yeah. Exactly,
and also coming up this week, which I'm really excited for, on Tuesday I get to see the awesome Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
Which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I like Frank Carter, don't get me wrong, but I prefer Frank Turner and I get them mixed up, but certainly Frank Turner is better than Frank Carter.
Oh no, that is where you're wrong. No.
There's only one way to sort this.
Frank Carter could easily take Frank Turner in a fight. Easy.
Leave
it up to people.
I think Frank Carter probably could take Frank Turner in a fight. But,
yeah. This week's poll, who's better, Frank Turner or Frank Carter? We'll put a poll up later on, but let's get into...
That's just like a fight of genres, man.
But hey, leave it up to the people.
Right, there you go. Poll, who's better, Frank Turner or the other guy?
For the people.
Yes, we'll leave it at that because we've got a fair bit to get on to. We've got a fair bit to discuss. Declan, you take the lead. What are we doing?
Well, we're going to start off by talking about last week's big wrestling extravaganza weekend thing, which, I don't know, it was the weekend of wrestling I was sort of looking forward to, but it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I guess it'll be okay. I'll watch it just because I like wrestling. But it turned into one of the best weekends of wrestling that I've watched in my life, maybe. Just in terms of the way I enjoyed it, in the terms of like everything else as well.
Well, a bit of background for everyone listening. So we watched NXT together.
NXT War Games.
We watched War Games the same time. Literally watched it live.
Yeah.
Survivor Series I didn't. I went to bed early because I had work. But I have now seen both of them, so I can give my opinion. And I would probably say that it was surprising, but at the same time, when I look at the big picture, it's really not that much. It's really not that unexpected, to be honest.
Yeah, but in terms of the actual wrestling itself, it was a lot better than what I was expecting.
That's fair. That's fair.
We'll get into it like match by match, which we're gonna do, because again, there was a couple of surprising results to say the least.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna start off by talking about NXT, which again, highlight of the weekend. WWE need to kind of learn about when they book NXT.
I would just say that I prefer watching NXT to the main roster. Easily. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. But I think that this is how I picture it, because the father of NXT essentially is Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
Really is
well, the NXT of the way it is now, because obviously it started off as a reality show.
Yeah, but he's like fine. He's the stepdad of NXT, the better dad, but still the stepdad. Who would be the actual dad then? I don't know.
Probably whoever came up with the original NXT. My guess would be Vince Russo.
Who would be who was on the first one? So obviously Miz was the mentor for Daniel Bryan. It's probably like Chavo Guerrero or something like that. I'm sure Chavo was on it. Chavo or Michelle McCool and Layla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who is it they managed? Was it Darren Young? No, that was Kofi.
That was Kofi. I don't know. Who was it? I don't care.
That doesn't matter, because we're in a better era of NXT now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but in terms of NXT, yeah, I now picture, and I really do picture it. Triple H is like literally just probably feels quite smug whenever anyone talks about NXT, because he's got to know that NXT's is having better performances than the main roster, even though he's a main roster talent. He's got to obviously know, especially from the response that he's been getting.
Well, I mean, look at the Facebook Live thing he did after it. You could see that he kind of has to act in character, the game thing, but you could just see underneath it, he's like, this went really well. Oh, I need to rub it in Vince's face again. Look at all my indie little people, they're doing so well.
But let's run it down match by match.
Yes, so first up we had Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan. This was quite a quick match, and again, quite surprised with the outcome. This was like the first sort of, maybe not shock, but didn't expect that to happen, almost.
Lars won that, didn't he? I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, Lars won pretty convincingly as well against Cassius Ohno, and you got to feel for Ohno, because he came back thinking, right, this is my second chance in the WWE. They've given me a second chance. What have they got in store for me? Nothing really. Okay.
I just want to know why. I want to know why they're doing it, because I don't think there's really any reason why they're doing it, which is really, really unsettling to say the least. I just think that they should do something, because he will always be Chris Hero to me. I've watched him as Chris Hero, and some of the stuff that he was doing was fantastic. It's just a shame.
Yeah, can you see him going the way of Neville, Austin Aries, etc. this year, maybe next year?
Yeah, I would probably say that. Maybe not. No, maybe I don't. I think he'll just get told to leave, to be honest.
Well, I mean, let's say hypothetically he stays in the WWE for a long while. What's the next progression for him? He'll stay in NXT for maybe 2 more years, and then they'll feel like they have to call him up to the main roster, where he'll be given a low card slot. You know what I mean?
Nope. I can't see it, man. I genuinely can't see it.
I'm saying that is best case scenario for Ohno, which is a shame, because he's such a good wrestler. But credit to Lars Sullivan, they're obviously billing him for very, very big things in the future.
You can see that from some of like the promotional advertisements you're seeing. Just
Yeah.
building him up as this beast.
Yeah, possibly the Braun killer.
No.
Well, again, no one said that about Braun, and look where he is now.
Maybe he might end up being the mid-card Braun. I would say Braun is the Braun, and then Lars Sullivan might become the mid-card Braun, but who knows?
Like the new Kane, or like the way I said this to you after it. He looks like a merge of Tomko and Snitsky combined. Like you kind of merge the two grossly together, and you get him.
Let's not bring up Snitsky, man.
But no, it does look like that though.
Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, I can see the comparison, but just no. But yeah, who knows? It's just a shame for Ono and Lars Sullivan. He's getting a push. You can see he's getting a push. But yeah. I didn't see it. Was it a good match?
It was sort of your long squash match, almost.
Kind of a bit of a filler, yeah.
Sort of, no, it was just sort of like a nice introduction to the show, like a sort of half squash match. I mean, Ono got some stuff in, but I mean, it was predominantly all Lars.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But going on to match number 2, well, there were some pre-taped ones, but we'll not talk about them because they haven't aired yet, I don't think.
They have now.
No, they're airing this week, I think.
Are you meaning the Gargano match? The Dun
Gargano? Yeah. Did that one air
I'm
already?
sure it's already aired, man.
Oh yeah, that was the week after, but the Ruby Riott Sonya
Deville
match,
one.
that one comes out this week.
I see.
But match number 2 of the official War Games card was Aleister Black versus the Velveteen Dream, and quite a lot of people are saying this was match not only of the night but of the weekend.
See, this is the funny one because that was the match. I'd only just got on to watching it after the Ono Sullivan fight had finished. And then you were kind of, because I was like, all right, okay, so it's Aleister Black versus Dream next. And you were like, I don't really care that much about this match. And by the end of it, like, we were both like so into it. It was a fantastic match. You've got to give it to Dream. You've got to give it to Dream.
I got to give it to the pair of them because obviously Aleister Black's still undefeated now. He did defeat the Velveteen Dream, but going into this, I really only cared about Aleister Black. I saw him at Download because they did the NXT thing there. Thought he was really, really cool, stuff like that. I really liked the character work. Tried to get into the Velveteen Dream because like just watching NXT, I couldn't really get it. I thought it was just like a modern day Rick Rude almost. That's the way I could kind of describe him. Mixed with
friends.
Yeah. So like I was sort of trying to get myself into it, but by the end of this match, I am now a massive Velveteen Dream fan because the match they two put on not only had some great wrestling spots, but had some great character spots as well.
I think that's one of the best bit of in-ring character. I wouldn't necessarily say innovation, but like progression for characters. As it's specifically the point where Aleister Black's just, if I can remember rightly, he's just they've just kind of started taking each other out, and Aleister Black just went into his basket, and then Dream has went into the Aleister Black basket. Same pose.
Well, first off, he kind of done his own Velveteen Dream thing where he comes in and like sort of like on his stomach like that and kind of presses up. Then he kind of realizes that's Aleister Black. He's not reacting to it, so he goes fine. Sits in the basket as well.
Ah, right, okay. I was getting a bit confused, but that's not the best bit.
No.
Aleister Black in character does
the Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream kind of close up with hands to your face, like a wee kind of like curved back crab motion, and it was one of the moments which you kind of wanted to giggle, but you were almost like, oh my god, Oh my god.
Like, see if a non-wrestling fan were to watch that, they'd be like, "What the hell is this? Why
Yeah.
are you showing me this?" But the fact that we're so invested in it, and it's the fact that that's his character thing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like, again, it kind of shows that wrestling kind of is a mini soap opera at points.
Yeah, it's entertainment. It's
Yeah,
entertainment.
but it's total class. Like it's stuff like that you just kind of get yourself lost in, and then the rest of the match was fantastic after that as well.
Yeah.
Ended with a another black mass kick.
Yeah.
Which
What I would say about the match as a whole is it was given the right length of time. It had the right progression. It had the right back and forth. It had the right character, special moves as it would be, signature moves as it would be, and it was built up to conclusion that was pretty damn well done. It was a bit of a immediate conclusion, but it was built up because it was pretty much, you could tell it was time, but it built up and built up. The back neck DDT that Dream hit, oh my god, like it was perfect, landed straight to the head of Aleister Black, and then just flat out. That was the best spot easily of the match.
Yeah, and I mean the way it ended as well. Like you said, it ended quite abruptly, but I thought it ended in quite a nice way. You know, it kept the character work going where the whole match, Velveteen Dream just wanted Aleister Black to say his name.
Yeah.
That's what this match was. Aleister Black would not acknowledge him because, like, in kayfabe terms, he just didn't. I think it was he just didn't believe the character, almost. So all Velveteen Dream wanted was acknowledgement from Black. So the match concluded with Velveteen going, "Say my name," or "What is my name?" something like that, and then gets a black mass kick straight to the face.
Out cold.
But again, this going into character work again, the post-match spot, I guess, with Aleister Black in his cradle, microphone in hand, he sort of just went, what is it he said again? He went,
Enjoy
something.
Enjoy infamy, Velveteen Dream.
That was it. And yeah, you can, like, I've never seen a crowd pop for a weirder reason than that.
No. Yeah, big time.
Like, they popped because a guy said a name.
That's it. That's
it.
genuinely it. I'm sure
it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Up next, though, we had the Fatal 4-Way for the vacated NXT Women's Championship. Asuka was in the crowd, and little side note, I kind of marked out a little when I saw Asuka dancing to Marmozets.
Oh, right.
Because I obviously done like the zoom in on her, and Play by Marmozets was playing, and she was kind of dancing along, and I was like, I did that like a month ago, and now Asuka's doing it.
She was there with
Balor and someone else.
Well, the UK competitors were there as well.
And like, as a quick side note, big up them for the match they had on this week's NXT, the Fatal 4-Way between Mustache Mountain, Pete Dunne, and Mark Andrews.
Of Junior.
What a match.
Junior, yeah.
What a match.
Big up the UK pop punk. Woohoo. Yeah, man, that was an absolutely insane match. What a absolute fantastic performance. You got to big it up to the UK stars again because
yeah, I mean,
as much as
you said it earlier this week.
As much as NXT is totally trashing and destroying the main roster, the UK stars are pretty much doing the same. If not, the matches that they're having are beating the NXT matches, which is just ridiculous. NXT fans just fight forever. It's incredible. It really is incredible. But
quickly jumping back, because I'd love to talk about the UK stars, but unfortunately we're on War Games. We need the UK TV show more than ever right now.
It's solidified to the point where it would be a perfect addition to the network.
Yeah.
And I guarantee it might not be as big right away as NXT, but it will be more successful than people might think. Put it this way. Oh, actually, is 205 live on the network or is it on TV?
No, it's on the network.
It's on the network.
Yeah.
I would hazard a prediction that if they were to put a UK show on, it would be bigger than 205 live.
Oh yeah, massively bigger.
So
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Now, for sure. Now there's no doubt about it.
Maybe at the start I would have questioned you a little, but definitely now the way, unfortunately, the cruiserweights have went. Which is a shame, but that's another talking point for another day. We're going back to War Games, and it's the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship. We got Kairi Sane, Ember Moon, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce. And obviously, there was a Scottish person in the match. We knew who we wanted at heart to win.
Nikki Hen.
But we knew who was going to.
We knew it was. Well, actually, I would like to point something out. You said it wouldn't happen because she was in her hometown. And I went, nah, it's happening. It's definitely going to happen. It's set up. And then
think
was
about
right.
it.
Yes, who's right once again with his predictions? I'll just hit my hand.
I thought it was the time. I thought it was the time to crown Ember Moon because of all the stuff with the way the stuff went with Asuka and stuff like that. But they were in their hometown. Who wins the title in their hometown ever? Usually they lose it in their hometown.
But I said that Charlotte won in her hometown. She won.
But that was because of the whole. Like, I'm not saying this in a negative way at all, but that's because of the whole Ric Flair thing, and so they could get the pop with Flair.
Yeah, I guess. But still,
and also so they could have Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss at the pay-per-view.
I'll put it this
Survivor
way.
Series.
Was it just Asuka and Nikki Cross? What was it? It was it was another Fatal 4-Way with Asuka, Nikki Cross, and who else was it? Basically, what had happened is it was the one in which it was set up to the point where Asuka had destroyed from the Battle Royal, and it ended up being Asuka facing four of them. And then because of Ember Moon's injury, she went out of it. What was that one again? Who was the other person?
Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott, right? Yeah. So that match, because I watched that match back, Ember Moon was shown at in the nosebleeds watching the match. Like there was a camera there showing her watching the match. Put it this way: as soon as I noticed that, I was like, well, it was going to be a foregone conclusion. Like it was going to happen. It was going to happen. But setup was there. The setup was there. We could see it happening. We could see it happening. But the match itself was really, really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit shorter because it was shorter than the Black and Velveteen match. Yep. Which I don't know. Like I love. Obviously, you want the people to get equal chance stuff like that. But no, it was an absolutely fantastic match. Although it did look like at the end that Kairi Sane was meant to break up a pinfall. If you kind of noticed it, she was kind of out in the ring like that. Oh, where am I?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I don't know if that was meant to look like that at all, but Ember Moon, she had the Eclipse, the flip into the stunner on Cross and Royce at the same time. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. But something I want to point out right here, right now.
Botchamania pointed out, but I know exactly what you're going to say. Botchamania pointed out. Are you before you say it, are you going to mean the incident before the insane elbow?
No, I'm going to say the insane elbow.
Yeah, no. What happened before it? Like, what just before it actually happened? You mean in the cover?
Yes.
The cover. And I'm doing that in quote marks. As in
there was
cover.
A cover. I can't remember. Obviously, it was Nikki Cross and Peyton Royce on the mat.
Yeah.
But I can't remember who was on top of who. I think it was Nikki. Nikki was on top of Peyton Royce for about 10 seconds, and the ref never counted it because Kairi Sane was going up for the elbow. technically, right here, right now, Nikki Cross should be the NXT Women's Champion, but no. The referee never counted a fall. That was bad reffing. Scotland got screwed again.
No, what did you see in Botchamania? Botchamania came, and because Botchamania lad in text, right, to emphasise points, went, Botchamania put on the text, went, so there's a cover. This referee wants to keep his employment. Yep, so, in all fairness, yeah, we'll point that out. But
I'm pointing it out jokingly, obviously. I knew that they were going for the elbow stuff like that, but a Scottish person could have been champion. When has that ever happened apart from Drew Galloway / McIntyre recently?
Yeah. But it was a really, really good match. I've got to say, and outside of Nikki in the women's division, I really, 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 really do like Kairi Sane. I'm just hoping it's not going to be a kind of another Hideo kind of thing. Because, she is amazing as a wrestler. But Asuka had the character created around her. I really just hope that something happens with Kairi Sane, because that's something in which has to happen. Peyton and Billie Kay have the characters. Nikki Cross has probably the best character in the women's division.
Yeah.
Probably even point blank. Like in terms of WWE wide. The only other person I would probably say that has a better character than Nikki Cross is either Bayley.
Braun.
Oh no, I'm not talking about guys. I'm talking about.
Okay, women. Oh yeah, definitely agree with you there.
I would probably say Bayley, but outside that, maybe Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I'd give you that, but at the same time, you're letting a Scottish person play an absolutely insane person.
Psychopath. That's alright.
So of course it's gonna go well.
We're like that all the time.
Exactly. Just go down Glasgow on a Saturday night. You'll see a lot more Nikki Crosses.
3:30, you'll just see people out of their face.
Especially at Four Corners.
Yeah, especially at Four Corners. Big up for that match, because it was a really, really good match. We're just hoping that Nikki wins the championship soon.
Yeah, because I'd like a moment where Sanity hold everything. Because I really love that group. Such a good amalgamation of insanity.
Do you want to know the one thing in bringing up Sanity that I hate the most? Is the fact that the Wyatt family are no more, because you've got Bray and you've got the Bludgeon Brothers. How good would a Sanity versus the Wyatt family feud be?
And it would have been perfect as well if they actually introduced a female as Sister Abigail and not Bray with face paint.
Well, imagine they brought Rosemary in to be Sister Abigail. Oh my god!
Well, I mean, there was rumours it would be Paige for a while.
No, Paige wouldn't be able to cut that.
No, like before Paige made her debut in that, they were kind of touting it for that.
I don't like the idea. But I didn't know that. But I don't like the idea.
Well, I don't know. Like, you can't say it wouldn't work until you try. Because I mean, again, look at certain characters that have broadened out and became absolutely sensational, but no one gave them a chance at the start.
That is true. That is very, very true.
But again, just jump back to the women's match. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. But let's just go on to the main event. Let's just put it this. Oh, did I forget one?
Yeah, the NXT title match.
Yeah, I thought that was the main event. I've completely forgot about War Games, man.
Yeah. The pay-per-view is called War Games.
I know. Title match. Sorry. Title match. Man. Yeah, title match. Wow. It was a bit of a shocker, the title match, to be honest.
It was a little bit, but again, after we found out what happened, it's clear to see why that happened now.
No. It was meant to happen already.
Well, I think they were setting up other stuff as well, but the way it's been set up now, like, do you get me?
Yeah, like, put it this way, it wasn't meant to have a number one contenders all set up as it is now, but because Drew cannot have his rematch because just to fill it in, Drew McIntyre lost his title to Andrade Cien Almas. It was a botched finish. It was supposed to finish as in the result was correct, but the botched finish happened and Drew has a torn pectoral muscle, I believe it is. And in that case, he is injured and out for a number of months. He's already on recovery. And the whole thing was that after the match, it was supposed to go into a program with Drew and Cien Almas, and Drew getting his rematch, and then a whole rivalry there. But because of Drew's injury, they're now going to a number one contender tournament kind of thing, with 4 matches. I can't remember every single person that's in it. The only thing I do know is that Gargano was supposed to be in it at first, and he got taken out for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. Replaced with Trent Seven. But
so they're giving a UK guy a shot then?
Trent Seven, yeah, Trent Seven's in the matches, but I don't know what's happening with the matches because I think they'll still be taped.
That's weird then, but yeah. Other than the botched ending, because how many times did we watch it back and trying to see where the injury happened? Because I watched it back at least about 7 or 8 times, just try to pinpoint where.
He landed on his shoulder, which pushed it out of position, which tore it. It was like the DDT from the turnbuckle.
Yeah, but like when he was holding the ropes, was it not that, and it kind of ripped like that when he was still holding the rope? Like that.
It was supposed to go back, and it ended up going towards the ropes, to which Drew ended up holding the rope, let go, and because he had held the rope, his arm was up, so the pec's obviously in this area, and it was obviously just a kind of jerk.
Yeah, it didn't look nice.
No.
At all. So obviously we wish our fellow Scotsman a full recovery.
Yeah.
And hope he can get back to booting people in the face.
Yeah, that would be good. I want to see him booting people in the face.
But credit to Almas as well, because he was a character that I thought, right, well, they started just giving him the Playboy gimmick. That's him done, basically. But they've paired him up with Zelina Vega, and he's became a brand new man, so to speak.
I still don't like the character, but then again, this is my opinion.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's a nice, well, maybe not a total twist, but normally you get this sort of female managers that are like, "Come on, you can do it," and she's like, "No, you're going to go in there, you're going to kill him, and then we're taking the title home." All smiles.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a really good match. A lot of good spots.
Yeah, big up the Hurricane Rana she done in the ring.
Oh yeah. That
was awesome.
You mean it wasn't really a Hurricane Rana? It was more just like a Hurricane Rana into a face plant.
Yeah, like I forget what that's called. It's called something. Kalisto does it a lot, and I forget what it's called. But yeah, she literally went in the ring while Almas was distracted, going over to the title, saying, "Yeah, this is gonna be mine. Yeah, haha." And she was like, bang. And then there's the other one as well where she tried to go for like sitting Hurricane Runner, so like she jumped off and then Drew caught her and put her back in the apron. I think Almas came in with like a chop block or something.
Yeah.
But honestly, the match was great, good pace, stuff like that. But again, I think the argument for matches of the night either need to go to Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream, or the next match we're going to talk about, because Jesus, what a match!
And I forgot about it, but I shouldn't have forgot about it. War Games.
This was insane. Like, obviously, I've not been a wrestling fan. Like, since the last War Games match, I've became a wrestling fan. So it's been that long since the last one. I think it was like 20 years, something like that. But my God, I wish I was alive to see some of the original ones, if there were anything like this, because just wow.
Put it this way, I think the teams that were put into War Games were ideal. I do think the selection was, in terms of like the positioning of the teams heading in, was ideal. You've really got to give like so much like like props to every single wrestler in the match. There's a few especially. There's a real few especially. There was some concern from us because we might go into depth more than other wrestling fans, but like see in a whole, it was such a good match. I don't know what your opinion was, but I didn't like the finish. Did you like the finish?
Now that I know that they're going all in with them, I do like it. Although it was kind of weird with the way the Shining Wizard was set up.
Yeah.
Like,
it wasn't out the blue. It was, you could kind of sense what was going to happen from EY getting the chair.
But at the end of the day, that's just a little blip on what was a sensational match. Some highlights: the double Tower of Doom.
Yeah.
In separate rings, which one little thing I thought could make I don't know, I'm kind of on two ways about it. One thing that I thought could make it better was like the two people at the top just grabbing Adam Cole and then flipping him where the rings meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the shot of him just kind of sitting on top of both turnbuckles being like, oh my God, thank God I'm not part of that.
Yeah.
And just kind of begging for his life almost. Where that was one of the best shots of the match.
Some of my favourite spots, probably LP throwing cannonballing or torpedoing Strong over the ropes into the other ring to take out everyone else.
Yeah, that was amazing.
What else?
Can we just say Kelly and Dane as a whole?
Yeah, Kelly and Dane.
Because he was MVP of the match.
Demo.
Oh, he was amazing in this match. I mean, I think the best thing I saw him do was the coast to coast.
The coast to coast. But then again, I got to say the commentators for that match were fantastic. Like the commentary, especially he just ate the key. He just swallowed the key.
Yeah,
he just swallowed the key.
Oh man, I wish I could have saw like an X-ray after the match and just see the key like there. I think he posted something like that on Twitter after it.
Did he? I think so. I didn't know if he would have actually did it, to be honest with you. But
I'm going to double check it. I'm going to double check it just now because I can't remember right. But again, Damo was man of the match. Man in the
match, MVP of War Games.
MVP of War Games. Because
I've got to say that. And the thing that I was saying about obviously our concern on it was is it Alexander Wolf? Is it or is it Alistair? It's Alexander Wolf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alexander Wolf, it was when he went and he was one of the ones that went and put the guys through the tables, and he came off second best because he had a massive gash in his head. Like a massive cut, and he was pretty much out the match and out of picture for a long period of time, and you could see the amount of blood coming out of his head, and it was definitely not it wasn't a spot or anything. It wasn't like a cut, a meant cut. It was a cut.
Yeah, it was bad. Like blood was spilling out everywhere.
We were obviously when it finished, like he was still there for a long period of time. We went, just get him out. Just get him out because it wasn't a good position, and we were a bit worried. I'm just hoping everything was okay. I'm sure everything would have been, but
yeah, like there was obviously they do like little videos on the WWE Facebook and stuff like that, and you can kind of see how like I don't know if he was in character or not, but you can kind of just see him when he gets backstage swearing and that, try to take off his tape on his wrist and stuff like that. It looked bad, but at the same time, full credit to him because I think he still took a fair few bumps after that.
He did. He went and done a powerbomb from the... No, he didn't take the powerbomb. He done the powerbomb.
And then I think he took the Undisputed Era's like double super kick or something like that.
Yeah.
As well. Like, full credit to him, fair play. But again, like we said, the Undisputed Era won it because Adam Cole had Eric Young with a Shining Wizard with a steel chair. But again, what a match. What a match indeed. Now, we're going to quickly glance over Survivor Series because we just realised how long we have talked about NXT. But again, it was a superior show in my opinion because there was just much better wrestling on display. Plus the War Games match, I think that and the Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black, they two are matches of the weekend. The only thing I think that comes close on the Survivor Series show was the Shield versus the New Day. I think that's the only match that comes close to those two.
Yeah, definitely.
And even then, that's a push.
I would.
Although Brock versus AJ was surprisingly good for the reason that it went 15 minutes and AJ got offense in.
Yeah, like I would. Yeah, the only one I can really think of, like actually wanting to even look at, was New Day versus Shield.
Mhm.
Because
Like,
a lot of the things that happened were kind of expected, like no real shocks or anything.
no.
The only really one, in all fairness, it wasn't really a shock, was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Interfering, yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. But I would. The New Day seem to not disappoint much.
No, like look at what I've done with the Usos lately.
Yeah, big time.
Those matches have been insane.
Well, the Usos matches are always pretty damn good, man. Like the Usos have always been fantastic in the ring, so you can't really give them any gripes with their performance. I think it's just the push.
I'd say the same about New Day as well.
Yeah, big time. But
Like the pair of them are fantastic workers, and the fact that they got drafted to SmackDown and then went straight in with the Usos, it was like it just showed that damn, these two teams can still go.
Yeah.
They just don't give them enough cred.
Oh, big time.
I can't believe I just said cred, but there you go.
Yeah.
But we're gonna quickly run down Survivor Series as a whole, because I don't know, is there anything you want to really bring up from Survivor Series, maybe apart from the big twist ending, well, quote unquote twist ending with the 5-on-5 with Triple H pedigreeing Kurt Angle. It then looked like, oh my god, it's going to be Shane McMahon and Triple H versus Braun Strowman, and then he pedigrees Shane McMahon. You know?
No. It's one of the ones in which I was wanting something properly. It's difficult to even. I was wanting more, and I was wanting something that was out of the box, but it seems to just be the same over and over and over and over and over again with the WWE right now. Like, literally, the only thing that I'm looking for right now in WWE is probably a Charlotte heel turn or a Finn sort of kind of Balor Club thing, or what else? Yeah, the only other thing would probably be Broken Matt.
But I think we're just about to get that now. It was heavily hinted at.
Yeah.
And pretty much all but confirmed this week. But that's another story for another time. We'll probably talk about that briefly next week.
Yep.
But next week is our Album of the Year special, so I don't know if we'll have time. But the thing I'm really disappointed with the big 5-on-5 at the end was 4 of the first 5 eliminations from that match were Nakamura, Rude, Samoa Joe, and Finn Balor. They left it with the same 6, well, with the same 5 plus Braun Strowman that we usually get. So I don't know, I was a little disappointed. I thought, you had a chance to really be like, yes, these are the guys that are gonna main event for years to come.
Yep.
But instead they went for the usual.
Yep.
What's safe and stuff like that. So I'm kind of disappointed in that regard, but overall I think it was a great weekend of wrestling, and yeah, I've still to go back and watch most of SummerSlam, but I'm kind of tempted to go back and watch the Shield versus New Day now, which I might do after we get done with this.
Yeah, why not, man? You might as well. That's still one of real importance to me, to be honest. I'm probably seeming like not very enthusiastic by that card. I was just quite disappointed with it.
Yeah, like it had the potential to be so much better, but in reality, they didn't do as much. I mean, one thing I was really, really happy with though is they kept Oscar as the big undefeated machine that she is.
Yeah, they have to big that up. They have to big that up. They have to keep her strong. They can't just have her going against like the big kind of tough females. They've got to build the character around her as. Oh, in NXT, she was a tweener. Let's get that straight, because she was not a face. She wasn't the typical face. She didn't do the
No.
typical face things.
Yeah,
But
but
people
when
loved
she
it.
when she first started, she was a heel.
Yeah,
When she first came into NXT, she was the big heel. I'm going to defeat everyone. But because of how good she is in the ring and because of her character and stuff like that, people grew to like her. So it was sort of like the CM Punk face. That's the best way I can kind of describe it. She wasn't doing face stuff, but people still cheered her.
yeah.
So there you go. That's us talked about Survivor Series. Overall, good weekend, but Survivor Series again, like pretty much every other WWE pay-per-view, had the potential to be a lot better than it was.
hmm
But still good overall,
Yep.
I'd say. Now we're gonna talk about the Game Awards that are coming up this Thursday. You can watch it pretty much everywhere. I think it's on like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, just everywhere you have access to the internet, really.
Yeah. Do you have a time for that again, man?
It is. Let me get it up very, very quickly. Oh,
Well,
my laptop.
GMT looks like it's going to be
I think,
1 o'clock in the morning.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be staying up to watch it because I'm really, really intrigued who's gonna be winning what this year with a few of the categories. Because a fair few games that have came out this year that have been like, oh my god, this is actually a really, really good game.
Hmm.
Uh, we'll talk about them more in a minute, but the first category, because we've only chosen a few that we feel like we can really, really talk about. And the first one we're going to talk about is Best Esports Game. Now, the world of esports is becoming bigger and bigger by the week at the minute,
Mm-hmm.
which is fantastic for us because, it's another platform in gaming making it look a lot more legitimate. Which, to be honest, it is really. Like, there's people that pump in, like, hundreds of hours a week on these games.
Yeah. Which
And-
is scary.
Yeah, like, I don't see footballers training for 100 hours a week. Maybe they'll train maybe, 40 hours a week?
Yeah, probably about that.
And then there's
Maybe
gamers
not
doing
even
about
that, man.
Yeah, like I'm trying to say it, maybe big teams at the most will do 40, whereas you've got gamers who sit there for 100 hours a week, sitting in front of their console, perfecting their art. I mean, I maybe do close to 70 hours a week gaming, maybe.
Yeah, but that's not even
Maybe.
on one game.
Yeah, no, that's spread across like 4 or 5, maybe 6 different games.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like 10. I don't know. Like, I'm very indecisive of what I play, but I couldn't imagine sitting for 100 hours a week in front of the same game doing the same thing over and over and over. Like, just as a quick like side thing, I've been playing Fortnite for about a week straight, trying to get a win on duos. We got it last night, and I genuinely don't want to touch it till I have to record for it again,
Yeah.
which will probably be in over a week. I
Yeah,
don't want to.
I
Like,
can't- I
that
can't
game
do
is.
that. I
Yeah,
can't
like,
do that.
you
But
saw
that's
the
just
way.
my gaming style. Like, I saw how like proper. Best way I can really say is you got really anal about it.
Yeah, like you saw how crushing it was each time because it just like best one for us that we played together when we did the GTA heists.
Yeah, like
It's
that's even.
That breaks us because we've still to complete the final heist. We don't know what we're doing wrong, but we just can't do it.
Yeah, we're trying everything, and it
Yeah.
doesn't help the fact that I've been set back. But that's different. That's
Yeah.
a different thing. But yeah, like gaming's such a big thing now for people,
Hmm.
and it's big, I guess, for us because we do game quite a lot. But there's definitely more people out there and that do more than us, and there's more people out there that do a lot more than us.
Yeah.
So you've got to just think about that. And I'm sure there was because people have been talking about it for the past couple of years now. Esports will one day be one of the biggest sports in the world, alongside football, basketball, American football.
Yeah, like aren't they already? Like, don't BT have rights to show esports at the minute?
I don't know. They might do.
Like, I know someone signed rights to be able to show esports, but I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been BT, and I think it's in the next few years or so that they're setting up proper esports tournaments to show on TV. Which, if you would have said that to me about 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said no, just go home, go on your bike.
Have you? This is one of the ones in which I was look. This is the one which I always think of. Right. You've got the biggest esport in the world, the biggest esport game in the world is League of Legends.
Yeah.
That is the biggest one. But this is the thing, it's not the one with the biggest prize, right? Because I don't know if you've actually looked into this, but have you heard of the international for Dota? You heard of that?
I haven't, no.
No.
Like, I know pretty much every game's trying to break into the esports scene at the minute, but I haven't heard what Dota do.
So
How much do you win for that?
So Dota 2, it's Dota 2, and Dota 2, the international 2017. It was held. Let me just double check. It was held at the Key Arena, right, in Seattle, and it has around a 17,000 seater arena. That is the size of the arena. That's how many people were in, because it was a sellout. It was a total sellout, which is insane. Now the prize purse for that was $24 to $25 million, American dollars.
Say what?
Yeah.
24 mil.
Yeah, 24. So the actual figure is $24,787,916, and that's the purse, right? So obviously that's the total. The people that won it, and I'm just double checking, it was Team Liquid. And
well done, you guys.
Team Liquid walked away with $10,862,683.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Imagine playing a game and then earning that amount. Well, in fairness, if the kind of people, they usually spend about 10 million on skins and stuff like that, so that's them pretty much getting their money back.
Yeah. I'm just wanting to double check, because obviously, let me just see, because I want to see. It's 5 players. It's
per team.
5 players per team. 5 players won $10 million for their team. Obviously, it won't all go to the players. It will go to the team and then spread out.
Yeah, but like, just think of how insane that is. For playing a video game, you just earned $10 million, which in pounds is probably something like somewhere between 7 and 9 million. I don't know. I don't know the current conversion rate, but like that's insane.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what. How about this? What is esport teams are becoming huge, right? So
yeah, to the point. By the way, there's an actual best esports team category in the Game Awards.
Is there?
Yeah,
I didn't actually know that.
You've got Team Liquid, SK Telecom 1, Lunatic High. You've got the very popular FaZe Clan, and Cloud9 Gaming.
That's actually quite surprising. Hold on, let me have a quick look here.
If you go on the website, it's 2 below best esports game. But while you look at that, I'm going to read out the nominees for best esports game 2017. You've got Rocket League, you've got League of Legends, you've got Dota 2, CSGO or Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and you have Overwatch. Now, out of them, the one that, well, I didn't know about Dota's big prize pool, but before then, the one I voted for was the one I've heard the most about, which is Overwatch. In terms of esports, but I've also heard a lot about the Rocket League one, so it was like a toss-up for me personally between those two. But I know League have a massive one. I know CSGO do a lot with their esports as well.
Mhm.
And for me, I voted for the one that, because everyone can vote. You can go and vote on what you think personally should get it. And for me, I voted for the one that I think is going to help get esports over that hill of, oh, it's just people playing games for money, to this is a legitimate thing. And I think Overwatch is going to help tip the scales a little.
See, I would say the same. In terms of the games, right? The game that I play out of them most is Rocket League.
Yeah,
Now,
same.
I play, obviously, we play Paladins and we play Fortnite, which I guess Paladins is pretty much similar to Overwatch. And Fortnite's a kind of cartoon version, maybe, of Counter-Strike slash PUBG.
Yeah.
So there's similar games. Rocket League is the game that I play most. So if I was to go and give my one, it would be Rocket League, because that's the game I play. And out of them, it's the game that I definitely can tell you right now that I would enjoy the most, because I love Rocket League. It's so fun, and you can play it. You can just play it, and it's fun.
Yeah, but like, have you ever came against pro players in Rocket League?
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's quite fun as well.
It's fun just to see them go flying about. Because, Jesus, I don't know how they do it. It's just so good.
But
so good.
I've watched so many LCS competitions of League of Legends, and I don't know how to play the game, but I know how the game is played, and I can watch it, and I can sit and watch it. I'm going to try and get into League of Legends eventually, but it's going to take a bit of time. Dota, probably not. CSGO, probably not. Overwatch, maybe, but perhaps, we'll see. So I would probably go with League of Legends. I'd probably go with Rocket League. But I would probably agree with you in terms of what's going to be to tip it over is probably going to be Overwatch for esports for sure. One of the things I'm a bit confused of, actually, and I didn't actually know why it wasn't included, for the esports team is Fnatic, because in terms of Fnatic, I would probably say that that's the biggest esports team in the world. It's certainly probably the most known one, but that's where I would say that the biggest team would be. So it's a bit confusing. Well, I wouldn't say confusing, but strange as to why it's not actually there. But yeah, big. It's a big deal now. It's a big deal.
Yeah. Moving on to the next category, we're going to talk about the best multiplayer, because obviously we play a lot of games together, don't we, Jordan?
Yes, we do.
So we feel like we can talk a little bit about this. Now, out of the games, I've saw pretty much all of them, apart from one being played and stuff like that, and I've played one of them.
Way!
But I do have a fair grasp, because I am getting at least two of them, and one of them is if I get the console, I'll get it. But the nominees for best multiplayer this year are Fortnite, Call of Duty World War II, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Destiny 2, and PlayerUnknown Battleground, commonly known as PUBG. Now, the one I'm going to vote for, because it's the one that I've had so much fun and heartbreak on, is Fortnite.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I've had so much fun playing that game, because obviously it's kind of the developers came out themselves and said it's pretty much a PUBG clone, but it's a lot more inviting because of the bright colors and everything like that. Whereas PUBG, it's more realistic. There's a lot more strategy to PUBG than I say there is to Fortnite, although there is definitely some strategizing to it if you want to play it like that. They've added the kind of building mechanic, which I thought was a really nice touch, because, you know, if you need some cover and there's no one around, you can just shove up a wall, and hopefully that'll protect you for the time being. And I don't know, I felt like it was a lot easier to get into because obviously PUBG, as we're recording right now, is only on PC. I know it's coming out for Xbox this month, but like a lot more people will be more likely to pick up a controller rather than try and learn keyboard controls. Because a controller, it's only like a select amount of buttons, whereas keyboard, you can map it. Depends on the way you play PC, basically. But the only other one that I think, in terms of multiplayer experiences being fun and stuff like that, could maybe come close is Mario Kart 8, just because of how fun it is. Like, if you played a Mario Kart before, you probably know what you're getting in for here. And if one day I eventually get a Switch, that's going to be one of the first games I buy.
Well, in my opinion, like, my vote would definitely go to Fortnite, because it is the game that I've played again, the same as you. COD is supposed to be a hell of a lot better. I've never played Splatoon 2. I'm sure that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe would be fun, and when I say fun, probably the most fun, because it is supposed to be for fun. Destiny, I've never been a fan of the series. I did play a little bit of the first one, didn't really like it. PUBG, however, I do want to play it. I really do want to play it because I want to try it. Because Fortnite and PUBG is obviously similar. But PUBG's got the... It's weird because PUBG is the game, the one that created it, and then Fortnite came after it. But Fortnite seems to be the more popular at the moment. But PUBG is picking up major speed to the point where they have their own Twitch like competition esport channel, and it looks like it's going to be the next one. It really does look like it's going to be the next one, because it tells. This is the way that it was explained when I was watching a quick video on it. It kind of creates a story of a player, and the player really has to think, and because it's less cartoon than Fortnite, it's seen as more serious, which is something in which people will definitely appeal to in terms of an esport. Fortnite's more catered for fun, but it's still got that same kind of thing. I don't get into games to play seriously. I get into games for fun. That's why anytime a game no longer becomes fun for me, I point blank ignore it. So my vote for that would definitely be Fortnite.
But like, again, close second for me is Mario Kart 8, and then I'd say maybe Call of Duty, just because of how well they've done this year compared to last year. Moving on again, we're going to talk about the best ongoing game, and this is a game that has came out years ago, but keep on adding more content so that it's still basically relevant right now. And the 6 nominees for that are Warframe, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto Online, Destiny 2, and PUBG. Now, straight away, I'm going to disregard PUBG and Destiny 2 because they came out this year. And I don't think it's fair to include them. Because this is best ongoing games. What's, like, look at GTA and Overwatch. They came out, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah. And
the fact that it's still got a massive player base right now just shows you that, Rockstar don't really need to release Red Dead next year. They can just keep on adding to GTA. But at the same time, it's probably time for a new game, new IP.
I would also have to disregard Warframe because it's a money-grabbing game. I mean that because I've played it, and that was all I got at the very start of the game was money, pay for this, pay for that, in-game purchases, which I'm not a fan of. Rainbow Six Siege just doesn't have... I've not really heard that much about it, to be honest with you. Overwatch and GTA seem to be the two.
Although I do want to give a shout out to Rainbow Siege because they keep on adding new operators, basically new characters in. Right. And new maps and stuff like that. Like, I think it's every quarter they do that, ever since the game release, which It does look fantastic. If you want to have an absolute laugh watching a game, go watch the Achievement Hunters play it, because oh my, I've laughed so much watching them play that game. That's how I know I'm quite invested in it.
Fair dues.
I'm actually going to go out and buy the game quite soon. But it does look really fun to play, and it's got a really hardcore fan base behind it, and it's actually a game where you need to kind of learn it and learn the strategy behind it.
Yeah.
Which is, I kind of like those kind of games, but at the same time, it's fun just to pick up a game and play it, and that's why GTA is going to get my vote for this, because since the release back in, 2013 it was, I think, GTA 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 12, I believe.
12,
in terms of pre-gen.
Well, there you go, 5 years ago, GTA 5 got released, and since then, we've had the overhaul of online where it added heist and stuff like that.
Is that saying GTA Online, or is that saying GTA 5?
It's saying GTA Online.
Right. GTA Online was 2013.
2013. Right. Well, it was meant to be in from the start of GTA 5, but there was issues, and I believe they delayed it for close to a year.
I have no problem with the fact that they did it, because when they did it, it was really, really good from the start, and they have updated it, made sure that anything that was having issues, it was fixed. The only issue, and this is the only issue I actually have with GTA 5, actually there's two. There's the fact that the only thing that you can do in terms of in-game stuff is you can purchase money. Like, you can buy money in the game, and then you can buy more things. But you can play the game and be successful in the game by playing the game and doing well in it. The effort you put in, you will get back in it. But where is my damn character, Rockstar?
I knew you were going to bring this up.
Where is my level 100 character that I had got so much? I literally checked my stats. I'd spent 10 million on my character in terms of like all the stuff that I bought, the vehicles, the houses, the bunker,
bunkers,
the clubhouse, the office. Where is my damn character? My voice is going.
So as a little side note, this week Jordan's character got wiped, and he's had to start from level 1 again, and he's very, very upset about it. Which, in fairness, I would be absolutely livid. I'd be throwing stuff off walls and stuff if my character got deleted right now, and I'm only like level 50.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't imagine how you feel right now. Like, it is very annoying, but you're trying to get it fixed, so good luck with that. But in terms of a game that just keeps on adapting, because I think one of the most fun I've had gaming this year was playing, what was it, Overtime Rumble, the flying cars and you land on the platform.
Oh my god, it was so much fun.
I think we played that for like a month straight during the summer.
Yeah, because they kept keeping up, and a big up to GTA, big up to Rockstar on this. So when the game mode came out, it was a big hit, and people were playing it so much, not only because it was fun, because everybody was playing it because it was fun, but because they had put in the double XP and the double money.
Yeah.
But they had continued.
They always do that for new game modes and stuff like that.
They had continued it and continued it and continued it, and it went really, really well. And that's one of the things in which is probably keeping their base up in terms of their player base. And I as you said, I don't think they need to release Red Dead. I think that, see if they just bring something massive out to online, like
something along the same lines of the heist or the gun running, stuff like that.
I would more
something
say
that massive.
A proper story mode, just as like a character. So they did it for they did it. It's not Lamar, is it?
Yeah, it's Lamar.
It is Lamar. They did it for Lamar, and they did it for Lester and Heists. Just do something like that, but spread it out a little bit more, because it's probably around the 25 quid mark now. The game is in GTA 5.
Yeah, but I mean, I still know some stores that sell it for full retail.
Yeah, but like people will still play it for online, but they'll also play it because it is GTA. Because you don't have to play online, you can play story, and when you don't want to play story, you can play online, and you can be your own character. It's
Mhm.
it's easily to me the best GTA there has been. I have every single game is in the 3D universe for GTA,
Mhm.
which I can get. The only one I don't have is GTA 4 Rockstar. Gonna hurry up and just remaster it. I know people don't really like it that much, but please do it. I have a collection that I have to upkeep. Please, will you do
Eh,
it?
just for Jordan Duffy, please do it.
Please, please. But no, big up GTA, big up GTA. That's really all I will definitely say about
Yeah, like
that one.
in terms of a game that has kept going and going and going, I think there could be no real contest. Although other games do it in their own ways, GTA has just added so much over the years that I think it's hard to overlook them now.
Mhm.
So the next category, and it was kind of what you were talking about with GTA there, something that you want in the game. It's best narrative. Now we got 5 ones here. If you've listened to this podcast before, you already know my vote, but I'm going to read them out anyway, just for talking's sake. We've got What Remains of Edith Finch, Near Automata, Hellblade, Snowa's Sacrifice. I can't say that word. Senua. There we go. You got Wolfenstein 2 and a little game called Horizon Zero Dawn.
I genuinely knew you were going to say it like that. I genuinely knew you were going to go, and a little game called this.
Just a little game that I've fallen in love with over the past year. So I'm going to say no more. What are your thoughts on the best narrative of the year?
The best game I've ever played, in terms of beauty, story, the amount you can do in it, the time you have to spend in the story mode. I would give it all to Horizon Zero Dawn, and we both said it, and we literally said it after like a day or two of playing the game. It's quite simply the most beautiful game I have ever played.
Same, genuinely same. I can't think of a game that I've genuinely had to stop playing and just go, damn, that just looks stunning. Like even with the new Frozen Wilds DLC, like they added the Northern Lights. I forget the actual name for it, but when you just look at that and it's got the stars and everything behind it, it's just like you genuinely have to take a moment and just go, that they have spent so long getting that picture perfect, and it looks stunning, absolutely stunning. But in terms of the amount of hours I've put into this game in the past year, like so since its release, I've put close to 119 hours into this game. That is genuinely because I've loved it so much. I've gotten every trophy, I've gotten everything, I've 100%ed done it. And it makes me sad because I really want to just go back and play it again and again just to see if I've like missed any bits of land that look stunning. That's genuinely it. It just looks amazing. But to quickly big up some of the other games for best narrative, Wolfenstein 2, although I haven't played it yet, heard it's got a fantastic story. Hellblade, heard that's amazing. And also Nier Automata, I've heard those are all fantastic games if you want a good story-driven game. And especially with all the news that developers are being like, well, people don't really want story modes these days. You just want an online experience where they can spend more money. Look at those 5 games right there. That's all the proof that you need that you're talking absolute rubbish, mate. The story mode on those 5 games alone, and there's some big omissions from that list, such as Zelda and Persona 5, and the best narrative there. Those 5 games are sensational. Whoever says that story modes don't matter anymore are talking absolute rubbish.
Yeah.
So my vote there goes to Horizon, although there are other fantastic games.
Yeah, like, Horizon is definitely the one for me. Definitely.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of we're about to talk about it now, but I can't think of a game that's came out this year that's affected me this way. Like, I can't think of a game ever.
Sounds
And
like you've got like a relationship with the game, man.
like, I know that sounds weird, but like,
It does sound weird.
like, right, something I didn't notice about the game because I thought this came out with the DLC, but apparently it came out before. Spoiler alert, but it does happen within the first, like, main chunk. Well, not even main chunk, like the first hour of gameplay. Your father figure Ross dies, and it like he's the one that brings you up and teaches you everything when you were young, and within the first hour of gameplay, he passes away. I didn't know this till now, but you can go visit his grave.
Really?
Yeah, and not my proudest moment. I felt up. I felt so distraught visiting that, just because, like, there's an actual moment there where you're like, oh my god, this is genuinely one of the saddest things I've ever experienced. This is terrible. Like, genuinely, if you want to just go and cry for about a half hour, go and do that in the game, because Jesus, it broke me a little. It genuinely did.
Wow.
I sound such a sado, but it's true. It's so true. But we are going to talk about the big one, the big award that everyone should be vying for this year, and that is Game of the Year. There's 5 nominees. We have Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, PlayerUnknown Battleground, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, I've already said my vote's going to Horizon.
Yep.
Same with you?
Yep.
Right. Can we talk about very quickly the other games? Because all the other games, I'd say maybe except PUBG deserve to be there, but although I guess PUBG deserve to be there with the fan base they've created.
Yeah, like PUBG's probably the one in which should be there.
But at the same time, maybe couldn't be as well.
Persona 5's getting quite a big, getting quite a big fan base, player base.
Yeah, well,
So-
the Persona series has always had a good fan base, but this game is bringing in non-fans as well,
Yeah.
which is why it's up there. Plus, the art style and everything like that as well, it looks fantastic.
Mhm.
It's one of those, like, the way I got it from the trailers and stuff like that, it's one of those, like not really like Telltale games where you like press actions and it comes up speeches like that, but it's got a fantastic story to it and stuff like that. Like, I can't talk too much about it because I haven't played it, obviously,
Yeah,
but
same.
it does look fantastic. PUBG, we've talked about that enough. The 2 games we've not really talked about is Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. And like I was saying earlier about Mario Kart 8, if I buy a Switch, those and Mario Kart are the first games I'm going to buy for it.
Yeah.
Because I have heard so many good things about both games. One of my mates is a massive Zelda fan. They were playing it for, like, to completion, basically, and didn't play anything apart from it, basically the way I did with Horizon Zero Dawn. And they said it was fantastic. Again, just looking at the little picture there of the artwork, it does look visually fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So, this is the thing to me. I'm like, I can't see anything past Horizon. Do you think there's any reason why Horizon wouldn't get it?
Yes.
Go for it.
The only game I myself can see Horizon losing to in that category is Breath of the Wild. Just because they both do the same thing differently, but both do it sublimely.
I
like
would
the-
disagree.
Really?
I would say the only thing that which has a possibility to beat Horizon would be PUBG. And the reason
Really?
for that, the reason for that is continuation. What's the one thing which games struggle to do, but if they do, are going to be successful year in, year out, and it's continuation. Horizon is one of the games which will go down as one of the best games ever, but it will not be a game which will last the test of time. And when I say the test of time, if you can beat, let's say, 4 years, maybe. Like you're a game which people will never ever forget because it will be embedded in someone so much, and it's one of the games that will probably be used as an influence for other games. So PUBG will not be the only game of its time because we've already seen Fortnite, but it will be a game if it is kept updated, kept as an ongoing game in the focus, one that people will remember. It's going to be one of the games which will lead on to other games. So for example, think of how many games have got the basis of Halo.
True.
And Halo was the one that pretty much started it all. And continued. The same way as you look at COD. Think of how many games you've had like COD. And then continued onwards. But you've got to remember there might be games that were before it. But it's a game that starts...
That brings it to the mainstream.
Exactly, because that's one of the things... Because there might have been another game like PUBG. But PUBG's the one that's brought it to the mainstream, and then the PUBG has the ability to continue in the forefront of these types of games for years to come.
Well, there's sort of two many arguments I have against PUBG being on that list. One, in terms of games, like it's got a massive fan base, and that's why I think it deserves to be on that list, because there's been so many gamers that have played that continuously. But in terms of games that have like so many things on a list, like if I was going through Game of the Year, I would look for a good story mode, great art direction, music, everything, right?
Yeah.
And obviously PUBG is a massive online game. It's not really got any of that.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't count it on that list. I also wouldn't count it on the list because technically, although it has had its breakout year this year, it's still in beta. It's not had an official release yet. That's why a lot of people are saying, why is PUBG on this, on any of these lists? Because it's technically not even out yet. But I'd say it deserves to be there because it's had its big impact this year.
All I'm going to say is this. You do realise after what we've talked about, Super Mario Odyssey is going to win it, isn't it?
Oh, probably.
We're just going to talk about the other games. I mean, there's nothing against Super Mario Odyssey, but like I would probably say that other games deserve it, from my opinion, and probably the same for your opinion. But because of our luck, it's probably going to be Super Mario Odyssey.
Well, I mean that's the one that probably has the biggest fan base because it is a Mario game.
Yeah.
So, but we want to know what you think will win Game of the Year. Again, there will be a poll in the description for this episode. But that will tie it up for this one. Next week we have the mammoth task of choosing our top 20 albums of 2017. Are you ready for it?
No.
I'm not either.
Nah, we'll get through it. Maybe a tear will be shed. Maybe a bit of an argument will be had. But we'll get through it.
I feel like there will be a little bit. There's definitely going to be massive disagreements in this.
I would agree.
Yeah, because I know one of the albums in my top 5 you hate.
Yep.
But that is for next week. So remember to like, share, subscribe, everything. Because this next week is going to be probably one of my favourite episodes. I love an episode where we can get a good discussion, which we're definitely going to get next week. But let us know your opinion on Survivor Series, and let us know your opinion on who's going to get Game of the Year. And also, who would win in a fight, Frank Carter or Frank Turner?
Yeah. Frank Turner.
No. So, I've been Declan.
And I've been drinking Coke this entire podcast.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.